Okay, on the top here, just right click and click duplicate. Okay, it will open up another window for you and you could log in again. So if you are working in a real world environment, normally I have is like 2 or 3 windows open and I will go back and forth doing the same within the same system. Okay, so that's one trick. And if you want to copy something here, like for example, if I do ls-l here, right? And this is the output. If I want to copy and then send it to somebody in the email, all you have to do is highlight this. The moment you highlight this, it's already copied here. I'll show you how it's copied. And then you open a text pad and copy and paste it, or you could do paste in the email or wherever you want it, and then you could send it away. Okay?
One question. Do I have to put the host name again to log in for party?
It probably won't.
Trying to relog in with yesterday's Linux session.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you just have to put the username and password. Once you right click here, are you logged in once already?
No.
No, yeah, go ahead and log in once, please. Just like yesterday.
I'm double clicking, it says it's opening the small window which says the session terminal windows and everything, the setting things.
Yeah.
I'm getting the Linux session. I'm saying it open, it's not coming.
Why don't you share your screen? In WebEx window, you have an option to share the screen, correct?
Where is it?
Do you see any WebEx options there?
Yeah, file, edit, share, view.
Okay, click on share.
Share my meeting window?
Yes. Okay, yeah. We'll see it. Yeah, you could minimize this.
This one?
Yeah, minimize that. Oh, you probably shared the meeting window. Can you share the screen also? Cancel this and then share the screen. Do you have a dual monitor or this is only a laptop or a desktop? What is this?
It's a laptop.
Okay, so yeah, share.
Share web browser?
No, click on share content, see what happens. Okay, yeah, now share the screen. Select select screen and then, okay, there you go. There you go. All right, so double click on it, Linux session.
Session double click.
Or click open.
It doesn't say open.
Close this. Or you know what, actually you didn't, yeah, click, yeah, launch that.
Okay.
Yeah, launch Putty. And click session, Linux session. And click load. Okay, so the IP address is missing in there. So put in the IP address. IP address is
71.
Yeah, go ahead.
Point 57.
71. Yeah, Najam, start typing this. 71 dot 57 dot 95 dot 5. And then click save. Click save. Alright, close this and bring it back up again. I want to see if it's saved or not. Load session. Load. Yeah, it's saving it. Now click open. No, no, don't go into connection. Yeah, okay, you just want, okay. Yeah, click open.
Just want to double show that it was 60 seconds again or no.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, yeah, you're good now.
Thank you. Can I close it or you want to keep me on music?
Yeah. Okay, so the content, as you see, the content will be uploaded here. Okay, so this is going to be a topic each day or each week. When I have a topic here, under topic, you will have like a separate topic here, okay? And then similarly, we will have like a Word document here. And this document will have like everything from start to end, okay? And the main document, this will load faster. This will be from start to end also, okay? And Word document, I would highly recommend after the end of the class you download and keep this with you. And in fact, I'll keep this website live for a while, unless it goes down automatically. I'm not going to touch it. So you could come back and have this website, access it from anywhere. So, okay. Any questions regarding this accessibility, or anybody have any problem looking at the document, watching the video, anything like that? Let me know. Okay, so that should be good for today. So yesterday we pretty much kicked off, and I think everybody is getting a good hang of this here. Anybody have any issues or problems? You're still struggling to connect, anything like that? Because a couple of you guys were not there yesterday. Um, did Kisoi join, or is he gonna? He's not gonna join today. Carl, do you know if he's gonna join? Okay. All right. So he might not join. But I see Coleman is there. Mirza, Sarah, Taranika.
I'm always there. Oh,
I'm sorry.
I said I'm always there.
No, yeah, I know. You're gonna be leading this class soon. So
Okay, no problem.
okay. So just check up on him and see if he's gonna join. I don't want him to miss out anything. Okay. So now, yesterday we missed. I missed some recording, right? So not a big deal. You didn't miss too much here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly go through what we did yesterday before we actually start for today, okay?
Okay.
Can you show me one more time how to duplicate the page? I missed that out.
Okay. You could do several ways here, okay? You could go back here on the putty here, and you could launch putty again, and then click on it, click on whatever session you are, click open. It will open a page again, okay? So you log in as Zafar, and then I'm going to put my secret password, and I'm logged in. Or else you see on the bar here, on the top, you right click and click duplicate, okay? And it will open up another window for you. You would log in here. And you log in here. So right now I got like 3 windows here. 1, 2, and then there is one more here. 3 windows here, okay? So you could readjust these windows here and then have like multiple sessions here. This is how normally I have it at work.
Thank you.
You could log into same server many times, or you could be logging into different servers. By the way, everybody will be getting another two more servers each. we're gonna try to work on it, and then bring it down and bring it up, and a lot of the stuff you will. This is like a master server. You're just getting into it, and then everybody will get 2 server each. Um, so that you have a full access to it, and then start tearing it apart. And please, I want you guys to practice as much as possible. Even try to crash the server. I'll be really happy. Whoever crashes the server, you'll get extra credit. That's how you learn it. And don't hesitate to try new stuff. If you find something online, go ahead and try it, and then we could discuss it in the class here. But you know what? Actually, don't go online yet. I'll tell you when to go online and start looking for commands on your own. But right now, don't go online because it may be confusion for you. Okay. All right. So that being said, let me launch mine.
If you want to search what we were doing yesterday, if it's a carry on work, so how do you go back to that?
What we did yesterday you mean the commands and all that?
Yeah, if it is at workplace, then if you want to continue with yesterday's work, so how would you go back?
Yeah. Actually, I'll show you. There are some history commands and all that. I'll show you a little later here. Okay. I'm coming. Those things are coming up actually. Okay. So yesterday we worked only on 3 commands, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do the summary of what we did yesterday here. Okay. So I'm gonna clear this. First is clear. When you hit clear and hit enter, it will clear the screen for you. And when I type pwd, this is the print working directory, but I call it the present working directory. This is where you are in. For everybody who would log in, consider this as an entry point to your operating system. So when you come into your house, you come in either from garage or front door or side door, whatever. So this is my entry point here. There is no other way I could connect using Zafar account. Okay, this is my entry point. So if you have your own /home, and then you should have your ID in there. Okay, so the concept of input is whatever you're typing in here is input. So I type in here, it's called input. That means you're giving something to the operating system, and the answer you will get is output. So if I type pwd, this is the input, and the system is giving you the output. Okay. So when you're talking to your colleagues here, I want to see the output. He says, send me the output. That's all he's going to tell you. So what you're going to do is you're going to give him this answer. This is the output I see on the screen. Okay, good. All right, so going along, this is a touch command. What touch does is it will create a file for you. We already have some files here. So if you type touch file 1 and hit enter, it will create a blank file for you. Okay. And then if you want to see what is inside that folder here, think this folder as a bucket. Your landing page, think this as a bucket here. You landed in this bucket. Okay. And then what you want to see is what's in that bucket here. What you do is ls. It will tell you, okay, you have all these files in here. Okay. So now, I want to see more details of each file here. So what you do is ls-l as in Larry, and hit enter. It will give you a lot more information here. So how are you going to read this information? So on this right side, this is the name of the file, and from here to here is the date stamp. This file was created on July 31st at this time. Okay, and this is the size of the file. All these files are 0 kilobytes. There is no value in this. Okay, now the second part here is, the next part going on left is this part here is the group, what group this file belongs to, and it's a big chapter coming up, group and ownership. And then this part is the owner, who is the owner of the file. Okay, and this part is the link, how many links a file has. So every file has its own link here. We'll talk about link in little detail later in the class. Okay, and this part is a permissions here. So permissions is another big chapter we have to worry about that is coming up here. For now, just remember this is a permissions part. Okay, so now if you want to see, you have so many files here, but you want to see a file which is starting with only X, right? So we have so many files that are starting with X. So what you want to do is you want to add a filter in there. So I do ls-l, and then I'm going to do X as in Xerox, and I put an asterisk in there and hit enter. So what happens is, when you provide X, you're just telling the system that, oh, I know this file starts with X, but I don't know the rest of the name of the file. Okay, so let me provide X and the asterisk, and it will match whichever file has starting with X. It will bring that up to you. Okay, I'm going to pause for a few seconds. Anybody have a question here? Okay, no questions. Let's move on. So this is the command you put in, and oops, this is the command you put in, and this is the result you get. So now later on, if you do ls here, right, and you want to see, oh, I want to see only files that start with F. So what I'm going to do is I do ls-l F and an asterisk. It filters out only the file that starts with F. Easy peasy. Okay, so now let's look at the hidden files here. I'm going to clear the screen. So when you do a regular S, it just brings up the files for you. But every system, I don't care if it's Linux or Windows, they have some hidden files, hidden system files that need to be stay hidden so that you don't accidentally delete it. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to do ls-a. A is telling hyphen A means all. That includes hidden files also. So when you do ls-a, you will get everything you see in here plus the hidden files. How do you know a file is hidden? It starts with a period here. I should have made a note here. So how do you know file is hidden, right? This is a trivia. So what you're going to do is hidden file starts with a period. Okay. Okay. And some of them are folders here. I'm not going to go in that. That thing is coming up. Okay. And next is, so now if you, okay, so over here I'm showing you, if you kind of know like a little bit in here, you know, like earlier command I showed you here, it says ls-l f asterisk. What if you know something is ending with, oh, you remember the end of the file name, but you don't remember the what the file starts with? What you could do is you could do asterisk, and then you could do like a hat. I remember the file starts with last three letters hat, so I'd enter. Oh, so it does the same thing. Whatever the file is ending with hat, the system will bring that up to you. See, you put an asterisk in the front though. Okay. So now let me see if you do ls-l again. For some reason, all you remember is le here. Oh, I remember the middle of the file name star is le here. What are you gonna do? Can somebody help me here? ls-l.
E.
So what do I do here?
LE.
And what do I type?
Don't need to type anything, I believe.
Huh?
It's asterisk, right?
Yeah. Where should I give the asterisk? Before or
You have to
after?
do the asterisk before and after.
Yes. Asterisk goes before and after because I don't remember the file starting and end of the file, but I remember the middle of the file. Who does that? But yeah, here's the thing. There you go. So LE is in every file in here. Every file that contains LE in here is going to bring that up. It doesn't care what it starts with. Okay, that's how it is. That's how you could manipulate the system output. What is this going to do? It will bring up any file that is ending with 5. Okay. Same thing here is. Oh, I remember a file having I in it, and then it goes through. There you go. It brought up white hat this time because there's an I in it. Just because it has a I in the name of the text, it's just gonna bring that up to you. Okay. So easy peasy. It shouldn't be a big deal for anybody now. Okay, so now, so you clear the screen, and all of a sudden, you want to see what is the last command you type. So what you do is, you use the up arrow key on the keyboard. It will scroll up for you. So here's the keyboard here, right? Everybody has this up arrow key. If you push that up arrow key here, see it goes on and on and on and on, and all the commands. It keeps the history of the commands you're typing in. Either you could play this game here, keep going up and up, or simply type the command here. There is a command called history, history, and hit enter. Boom. You will have like a list of commands you are typing in here. Everything you're typing in from the start of the sentence. I have around 1,000 because I've been using this, but everybody should have a good amount of commands in there. How many commands you got, Coleman? It will give you a number here.
Yeah, 136.
Okay, you got 136. Anybody else has any other number?
I have 120.
Very good. Sarah, how many you have? Sarah and Sabah.
71.
Okay, very good. So don't be comparing with others. You have less. Don't worry about it. in real system it is usually like thousand. I already have thousand here, but the system I uses have all the commands here, and this is one of the good ways to see what is happening in the system. If somebody went in the system and see they messed up anything, that's how you track it. Okay, and how do you know who did what? You know what? Let me complete this. Session here. I mean the history part. So now all of a sudden you end up having like a very long command. You used it, but you don't want to type that again. So right here. No, I don't want to use that. Okay, for me this is a very complex command, right? Just think this is like a very long command I used earlier. I don't want to type it in. I'm lazy. And then there is a number associated with that. So I want to run this command, but hypothetically thinking, this is a long command here. I'm lazy. I don't want to do it. What you could do is look at the number here. So I pick the number 989. Okay. So how do you run the command 989? What you do is you put the exclamation mark and type 989. So what it does, it runs the command from the history. There you go. And it even tells you what this command is. Okay, go ahead and try that out while I put this in the notes. All right, give me 1 second here. Okay, sorry about that. So now, okay, August 1st. So anybody, please go ahead and run the history command, and from the history pick a command you like, and then run that command for yourself. Okay, so now to run the command, what you have to do is so to run the command, what you have to do is you have to do the exclamation 989 989, and it will run. It will repeat that for you. But be careful, okay? Be careful how you do this. History. Uh, for the documentation purpose, let me run the command 1016. Okay, so they should have this here. Okay, in fact, it will tell you. Actually, it will tell you what command it ran for you. Okay, but this is nice and easy and convenient, right? But you got to be careful what you run from history, okay? For example, if you have deleted something in the history and if you run it without really knowing what it is, it will do some damage on the system here. For example, if you run this touch command, it will overwrite these files. It will definitely overwrite all the files you have there. So you got to be a little bit careful there how you run it. Okay, so I'm going to put a note here.
Exactly this overwrite means.
It will overwrite whatever the file has. If the file has any important content in it, it will overwrite it. It will become blank file.
Basically, it clears the existing file and creates a new.
Yep, it does that. That's what the Linux is all about. There are no second chances in Linux when it comes to deleting something.
It causes a permanent deletion.
Yeah, it does. Once you delete it, it's all gone. So we're gonna practice deleting also.
In real scenario, get a chance to save these files. Then if we do run this history thing, and then if we or by mistake if we copy that command, so do we have a chance that we can save the original file somewhere else and then we can do that, extract it back?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, once you have like a root access, you could destroy the system, and it will actually allow that to you to do that. Okay, there are only few files that it will prevent you from deleting it, but we'll see through later in the course here how a root user, we are connected as a regular user right now. Later on, we'll connect as a root user, and then there you will see how much power a root user has. But if you are the owner of the file, the system is not going to prevent you from not deleting it, no matter how important that file is, okay? All right.
Deleted by itself.
Yeah, once you delete it, there is no recycle bin in Linux. Okay, so
Oh, have you started recording yet?
I'm sorry, what you asked?
So have you started recording?
Yeah, the recording is on, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yesterday I just forgotten to restart the recording, so I'll make sure I do that today when we take a break here. Okay, so now we have a good understanding of history, right? Anybody have any question? Okay, good. So now let's look at the who command. If you type who and hit enter, and you see a list of people who is logged in right now. Okay, so we have these many people who are connected to the system right now, and this is their IP addresses. This is probably their Comcast IP addresses, I think. Your a public IP address. You probably don't know this, but this is where the connection coming in. So if somebody is tracking you, that's how they find out where the IP address. I mean, a regular general public won't have access to this, but this is the IP address within your company system. The system tracks where the connection is coming from, and the username and ID. So you type who. What who does is shows the list of users connected to the system. Also shows the IP address and date stamp. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, you could kill the connection here. So let me go ahead and duplicate session here. I'm going to do Zafar and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do who again, and so the Zafar is logged in twice here. He is using party session 2 and he's using party session 3. Okay, so what I could do is I could get him disconnected here, but I have to be root here. You know what, actually I'll save this command for later on. I'll show this command because that command is the user administrator command. So I'm saving that for later on. I'll show you that. And when you are exiting the command, when you are exiting the system, what you should do is you should type exit and hit enter. Okay. When you type exit and hit enter, give me 1 second here. Okay. I got a call. हाँ आमिर भाई कॉल तो कितनी देर का 1 घंटे का है ना? हाँ ठीक है। मैं अभी 5 मिनट में ब्रेक देता हूँ फिर आता हूँ। ओके ठीक है, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। ओके so you have the users and okay good. So that is a who command. Okay, and if you want to type exit and hit enter, the system boom, it closes the session for you. Okay, so exit. You should actually do type exit and hit enter. What will happen is it's called a graceful exit. Okay.
Can you repeat it? The voice was breaking.
No, all you have to do is type exit and hit enter, and what it does is it closes the session in a graceful manner. Like you may have run into a problem in Windows, right? Shutting the Windows down, clicking start, shut down, and clicking on shutdown, it shuts the computer down, right? That's a good way to do it. If you just unplug the cable and shut it down, that's a bad way to do it. So similarly, if you type exit and hit enter, what it does is it will gracefully terminate the connection. Okay? All right. And did I show you how we create a hidden file in there? I showed you how to create a hidden file, right, yesterday?
No, sir. Showed us how to locate the hidden file.
Okay. Okay, and SSH hat. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna go ahead and log back in here, and I'm gonna type in Zafar. And the next command we're gonna learn is the hidden file. I think I already did that, but I didn't copy it here. Okay, before we learn how to create a hidden file, give me 1 second here. Okay, I was just testing one thing here. All right, so next command is, it's a very dangerous command here. So if I have ls-l, right, I have so many files here. I come in one day and I want to get rid of all these files here. Okay, it's taking up a lot of space. So what you want to do is, it's a remove command, rm hyphen rf and name of the file. Okay, and I hit enter. So what it does is it removes the file. Rm command deletes the file.
Permanent deletion or just a temporary one?
Permanent deletion. So if you do rm and file2, what it does is it deletes the file for you. If I do ls-l, the file1 and file2 are gone.
But it's a bunch of files.
Yeah, so I deleted so far file1 and file2. If I want to delete everything in this folder here, in this bucket, I have so many files in there, right? And I'm going mad here. I want to get rid of everything from here. So what I'm going to do is rm hyphen rf. The switch rf stands for remove forcefully. And then if I put an asterisk in here, it's going to delete everything in here. But if you want to do F and an asterisk, so it will delete everything that is starting with F here. So in this case, it will delete only 3 files. And if you do ls-l, you see anything that is starting with file 3 and file, all these files are gone. Why? Because it's matching the case. Okay, so give me 1 second here. rm-rf. All right, go ahead and follow along with me. In fact, you should follow along everything with me and stop me if you are having any issues. So here we have all these 3 files, and then we run this command here, and this command will delete all the highlighted files here. Files matching or files matching the command will be deleted. Okay, so in this case, F3, F4, and F5 are matching here. Over here, what we did is we specified the file here. Oh, I need to copy that too. So over here, I specified the file 1, right? And that file 1 got deleted. But if I want to specify multiple files, that is how you do it. Now I'm even mad. I want to destroy everything here. Okay, I want to destroy. Let's do what we have here. So we have a bunch of files here. I don't care which file starts with what. I want to delete everything here. So what I'm going to do is rm hyphen rf and asterisk and hit enter. Everything is gone.
Yep.
Nothing is left here. Okay. But let's do ls hyphen a, but you still have the hidden files here. At least you know for sure. So this is one of the reasons the files are hidden is because you don't accidentally delete them. But be careful if you want to delete everything hidden file also, you have to put the asterisk in there. But don't run that here. You're going to delete some system files which are necessary for your login. Okay, don't do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a 20-minute break here. And I'll make sure I'll start the recording when we come back. And what time is it? 11:20, right? So we'll be back at 11:40. Okay?
All right.
I'm going to pause the recording and then I'll start the recording when I come back. All right, can one of you confirm you can hear me? Then I'll begin.
I can hear you, sir.
Okay. So now, before the break, you saw that there is a command rm hyphen rf and asterisk. What it does is it will delete all the files in there. So let me see here. Hyphen stands switch stands for hyphen R stands for recursive. This is mainly used for directories here, but I'll show you when we're deleting a directory or a folder or a bucket. I'll show you how that works. Okay. Then hyphen F is switch, it stands for force. So it's forcing the system to delete the file. And here asterisk, okay, this means every file. Okay. So this part is a command. Okay, this part is command. Okay, and this part is a switch, which is R is for recursive. Recursive means everything. And F stands for force. Okay, and this one will take it as a all files. Okay, any question about this? Okay, so no question means we're good. So let me take a screenshot of this. Okay, so let's create a hidden file. I'm going to create a hidden file, right? I'm going to do touch. Then I'm going to do a period. I think I already mentioned to let's create a hidden file. Touch file 1. So we don't have anything here. So I'm going to say touch a period file 1. You know what? Let me get away from file 1. Let me type F1, F2, F3, F4. But if I want to make it hidden here, you have to give a period in front of it. If you do regular ls, you're not going to see that. Regular ls, you won't see it. All right. If you do ls-la or a, you will see the files in here. Okay, I have already created h2. Let me remove that. Get the confusion out of it. rm-rf*h. So in this output here, these are the hidden files you're seeing here. Okay.
So is this, are we creating a hidden file or are we searching a hidden file?
Oh, we just created one.
Oh, we created one, okay.
So use this command here, touch and any file followed by a period. I mean, before a period, you followed by a name, right? A period, a name, a period, a name. That means it's a hidden file. Go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Okay, so now if you do regular ls, you're not going to see anything, right? Hello?
Yes.
So once you have done that, do ls here, it won't show. But if you do ls-a, it will show it for you. Over here is showing everything here, but if you do ls-a period followed by f and an asterisk, then it will filter that out and it will show you only thing that is starting with a period and f. Okay, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now I want to get rid of hidden files with all these files here. So you could do this here also, but don't do this. If you do this, all these other folders which are essential for the function of your profile will be gone. Please don't do that. Okay, but go ahead and do this here. If you remove this rm-rf and asterisk, a period, an f and an asterisk, and hit enter, and if you bring that command back up online here, ls-a and then a period, there is nothing matching that access here because we just deleted it. Okay, there is no output. Output is there, that's an error output. Okay, this is actually output. If somebody is telling what is the output, and just give them the output, the error output. Okay, good.
Yes.
You have a question?
How do we figure out the hidden files? How is it showing? Is it like highlighting somewhere, or you just need to search them in the whole list?
Yeah, as long as in the, if you do ls-a, that's what I'm explaining, -a, it will give you all the hidden files here, right? But earlier we did here with a period and a matching case. That means we are just restricting the filtering this hidden files into this here. What do you see? What do you see on the screen here? If you do ls-a, the files you created are still there, or is it gone?
Let me check. So the blue highlighted ones are the hidden files.
Exactly. Now, I mean, don't get confused here. Let me show you again here. ls-la. Okay. I said not just the blue highlighted ones. Okay. Anything that is starting with a period. This is a hidden. This is hidden.
Okay.
This is hidden. This is hidden. I'm not explaining
Okay.
you about the blue highlighted one because that's a directory here. It's a I don't want to jump the gun here and get you confused here. But just remember, if it's a file or a folder, anything that starts with a period is hidden. Just do the regular ls, nothing is coming up, right? But if you do ls-a, then you see the hidden files is there. Then I'm adding L in there too. So it will give you long list. Okay?
Yes.
All right, very good. So I showed you how to delete the hidden files here. So let's move forward.
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat that once again? I was just disconnected. Just joined up now.
Yeah,
So sorry about that.
no problem. So if you do ls, nothing is coming up, right? Normally, if you have any files, it will come up because I deleted it, nothing is there. But if you want to see a hidden file, you do ls-a. You have a hidden files here. Anything, doesn't matter if it's a file or a folder. If it starts with a little period here, that means it's hidden. It will make a hidden file for a user. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, earlier I had created a hidden files here. So right now, what you're looking here is bash history, bash log. These are system generated hidden files here. These are some essential files. You don't want to delete them, okay? Because that some important file created by system, which is a high risk for getting deleted, is obviously they want to keep it hidden here so that the user doesn't accidentally delete it. Okay, that's why they are hidden here. So if you want to delete a hidden file, what you have to do is let me go ahead and recreate this again. So I created hidden files here. Touch F1, a period F2, a period F3, a period F4, a period F5. Okay. And if I do a ls, can you tell me a regular ls? Can you tell me if I should be able to see the hidden files?
No.
We
Okay.
don't see, but we see a list of all the files. Correct?
Okay, very good. So there is nothing there. What is the command for me to see the hidden files?
ls
Mhm.
period space
-A.
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 Okay, good. So I'll see all the hidden files. Now, if I want to see the long list and then as well as hidden files, I do ls-la. And I see these are same exact files here, but in great detail here. And you see here the list of files we created here, F1 to F5, since we gave the period when we are dot. When we gave a dot here, when we're creating the file here, then the system took it as a response that you want to create a hidden file. So it did create a files and it has hidden from a regular commands. Okay, so let me clear this. And if you say I want to get rid of the hidden files here, so what do you do? You just have to give the full name of it. So you do rm-rf and then the file name f1. But you want to delete all the files that you created. Let's do f1. So f1 is created. If you do f2, then f2 is deleted. See, only 3 and 4 and 5 is there. So we deleted f1 and f2, f3 is there, f4 is there, f5 is there. Okay, now I'm in a mood to delete everything that starts with f, right? Period f. So what I'm going to do is rm-rf, then a period f and an asterisk. I explained to you earlier, I'm matching the case here, star, I'm matching the case period and f. And then what system does is, okay, it's matching here, it's matching here, it's matching here. So it found 3 files which is matching the case and it will delete it for you. Now if I do ls-la, I should not see any file that starts with a period and f. So it is true that it deleted all the files that start with the period and f. All these files are gone. So in the most recent command you run, the files are gone. Okay, so I'm going to give a 2-minute pause here and ask you guys to speak up and ask me a question if you have any problem understanding this, because I want to make sure you understand all this before we move forward. Okay, so no question means let me continue. Let's do this here. Okay. All right, let me clear the screen here. Now we're going to get into much more fun. We're going to start working with the directory. Okay, so what we have is in Windows environment. Let me bring up here. So everybody, you know, you have a document here, right? Or everybody is familiar with this here. This is a folder, right? And if I go into music folder, the folder is empty. What I could do is I could click on new, and then a new folder is created, and I could see like a name of the folder, right? So I'm going to give a name, Linux. I'm going to give a name Linux. I'm going to give it a name Windows. Okay, and then inside Windows, and then right next to Windows, I could create another folder here, and I would say Windows 10. And then I could create another folder here. I could create Windows 7. Okay, what if I want to create a folder inside Windows here? I go in here, and over here, notice here, this is the path. This is the navigation path for this Windows here, usually. C:\user, it's in here and here and here, right? Now I could create another folder here. I could see Windows, I could say Microsoft Office. Everybody is familiar with Microsoft Office, right? So I create another file folder in here. Now, if you look in here closely, we started off with music here, right? But in fact, music was in this folder here, new name 01, and that was in the user, that was in C. This is a full path of the folder Office. So what do we have here? MS Office is inside Windows, Windows is inside music, music is inside new name 01, is inside. So all these are buckets. One bucket is inside another bucket here, okay? So this is the same concept here we're going to follow. In Linux, that was visual, it's the same process here. but you don't have anything visual here. You just have to understand it, and I'm pretty sure I'll make sure you understand this very well. Before I over here,
Your voice is breaking. Is it only me or everybody else is not able to hear you?
can you can anybody else confirm my voice is breaking?
No, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, good, sir.
Okay. Please let me know if there is any confusion here. Also, you have a resource of chat, our WhatsApp group chat. If you have any questions later on in the week, go ahead and put that in there, okay? And then I'll put an assignment here. You will see one section here, assignment. So I'll put an assignment in here, great details of what you should be doing the assignment on, and you could work on that assignment. Okay, so now let's work on directories here. What is a directory or a folder? Okay. So directory is interchangeably used with folder, but for you guys, just think this as a bucket, okay? Think this as a bucket which holds the other files and directories. Let's just keep it as a file. A bucket, right? A bucket, it could hold anything, right? A bucket could hold water, it could hold sand, it could hold the stuff you put in. So it's just a container. Okay, so everybody go ahead and do PWD. In fact, this is a slash is a bucket, and inside a bucket is another bucket called home, and followed by a slash. Inside there is a bucket called Zafar. So this is your home directory or your home bucket. Okay. So what I should do is, let me annotate.
My apologies, teacher. I'm going.
You're breaking out. You're asking a question, Mirza?
My God.
No, sorry about that.
Okay. So in Linux, it's little weird here, but so it's just understanding here. I know you guys will have a lot of questions here. So the Linux operating system starts off with a slash, right? You see it right here. Little tiny slash. So this is called root. So this is a root bucket. Okay, and inside root there is a bucket named home or a folder. Okay, so the address for home is /home because it starts from home. So this is a home bucket. Inside home is Zafar. So for you guys, it will be your own name. So address for Zafar is, the full address for Zafar is Zafar is /home/Zafar. Okay, and here bucket means a folder, right?
So it's basically like a address with the country name and then the state, the
Yeah,
city,
yeah, very good.
the street, and then the
Correct.
actual number of the.
Yeah, that's how you would do it. Like it starts off from the bigger one to all the way go to the street level and the home address. So yeah, so once you
So
get
here,
this, yeah, go
here
ahead.
the last part. Here the last part is ending part that says
It's also a bucket.
that says Zafar. Zafar is the home, basically the street and home.
Correct. Yes. Okay,
This
so
is back like that. Okay.
yeah, so you got the concept here. It's basically that's how it works here. So Windows has the same concept, but you don't realize that. But you would be using this concept in Linux a lot more than compared to a Windows environment here. Okay, so let me take a picture here and put it in the document. Okay, so I think I explained this good here enough. So everybody, let's create a bucket inside your own own directory here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and type this command to create a directory or a bucket or a folder. There is a command there. If you make sure everybody, there is nothing in there. When you do ls, you should not have any output there. Okay, please do that. Or if you have something coming up, run this command rm-rf and an asterisk and hit enter and do ls. Nothing should be on the screen. Okay, good. So now what I'm going to do is, let's create a bucket inside your own directory. It's called, use this command mkdir. mk stands for make directory.
I'm trying to run the command that you just said. lsrm hyphen f asterisk. It didn't remove any of those files. It just said no such file or directory.
Okay, it's not there. Good. Do ls here then.
Okay.
Output is blank.
Hello.
Yes.
So when I run the command that you have given us lsrm rf asterisk, so it says it cannot access rm no such file or directory.
Okay, good. Do ls, and if you not see anything there, it's good.
I can see those existing files which I have kept. I didn't delete all of those. I have kept a few to practice it in the future.
So run the command here slowly. Do pwd. Where are you? Type pwd and hit enter and tell me what is the output.
So it says Najam at server 1.
No, give me this IP, this information here. You see on my screen?
It said, yes, it said /home/Najam.
Okay, do ls there and hit enter. What do you see?
I can still see the files that we created. Black hat, red hat, then file 1.
Okay, so do rm space hyphen rf and an asterisk and hit enter. Then do ls.
Yes.
I still see files.
It got cleared off. Yes.
You still see files here. Go ahead and share your screen, please. Can you share your screen? You know what, actually, let me stop it. That way you may have a better. Okay. Do you have a sharing a screen option now?
Are you speaking to me, sir?
Yeah.
Oh. I got it right after you said.
Oh, yours is working?
Yeah, mine is working. Yes.
Okay. Anybody else having a problem?
Still to reconfirm with you.
Yeah. Yeah, you look good. Yeah, I see earlier you typed ls and rmf and rf on the same line. That's why.
Oh, okay. So that should, yeah.
Okay, so Aisha, are you good? Okay. Okay, so let me go ahead and continue.
So this kind of activity differs from one scenario to another scenario, or you can clear up the space and start up a new thing again.
I mean, I'm showing you, all the activity you've been doing day in and day out, like deleting files, removing it, clearing it out. So, yeah, you'll be doing this a lot.
Okay.
So
No,
these
my
are the
basic
basic
question
commands
was
that
that
you should get a hang of it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I was saying in a practical situation, that means every day in and day out at work. So do we need to clear it out these things every day, or you just have to one certain assignment is done and then you clear it off, or can we save the same assignment for
Yeah.
later, or you just have to just clean it off?
Yeah, so usually what happens is there is another team called monitoring team. They'll be monitoring the system. And what happens is databases have like huge files here. So what they do is they keep writing it to the system here, and you will get a request to delete the old files, like a year old, 2 year old files. You go in there, and then you do ls-l, and then whatever the ticket you got, the request you got in the email, based on that, you'll run the deletion. Okay.
So you need to be commanded to do that. Unless till then you are not supposed to delete this.
No. No. Oh,
That was my basic question.
yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. It all depends, and also, you are in your own folder. You could do whatever you want, but once you are a root guy, you will have a lot of power. If you delete a wrong file, if you accidentally deleted a database file, which is a production file, that's what I told you here. I put it in here. Maybe I should make it a big red here. Okay, delete files and so this is a careful with this command here. Okay, so let me just make it big red here. Okay, so this is a very, very dangerous command. You should don't use it. Use it intelligently. Like use it rm-rf and then match the case. Okay. So you have all these.
Going back to my previous question again. So if you want to delete it, and then if you want to still save it for a few, save it and delete, can we do that?
Generally speaking, if the files are old, you could just delete it. But there is no way you could save it here. The very important files are already being backed up. Very important files that the company is making money off. There is a backup system. It backs up and then backs up for like whatever the policy is, 90 days or 30 days or whatever, and then the backup team will delete. But you are, as a system engineer or admin, when you're looking at it, you could definitely, once you have a confirmation to delete it, you could delete that. Yes.
So without worrying much on the latter part.
Correct. As long as you have a confirmation, somebody from application team told you, hey, I don't need this anymore, please delete it. Make sure you have it in writing. Usually it's an email or a ticket. You will get a ticket or an email that delete this.
Okay.
And usually a lot of other people are being copied on the email too. I cannot show you what I have at my
I
work
understand
stuff,
totally.
but in general speaking, you're covered here, and that's a common sense, I mean, don't be.
Yeah,
No, you
yes, it
get
is
once you
very
get a
good.
command, you'll get a hang of it, and after that, use it responsibly. Especially when you are a root user, you have a system-wide access, and you will have access to thousands and thousands of computers. Like if you end up getting a job at a bank, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, they have like 100,000 servers, they're all running Linux, and you will have full access to them. Managers don't have access. You have more power than managers. You could do a lot of damage. So be careful when you are running these commands and all that. That's why once you are, especially with the remove command, be careful. Other than that, you should be good. And the more you practice, the better you get at it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So now, then again, if the system goes down, don't worry about it. They have a cluster. If one goes down, another will be up. Like when I was working with Apple, they have 1 million servers all over the world, right? And they have a huge data center in North Carolina, and they have about 350,000 servers there. And one time they did the disaster recovery. So what they did is they pulled the plug on the entire data center. They got off like 350,000 servers, and none of the public facing servers felt the impact. So they are very highly clustered. They have like one server goes down, other one will pick up. It's called high availability. So if one goes down, the general public would never know what happened. So yeah, once you get in here, system administration. After that, you get into engineering role, and then you could move into AWS and all that. So for that, you need a strong Linux skills here. So once you get off, anyway, the Linux environment having these skills, it will automatically pay you, the high pay rate. So once you get in there, then you could even further your career. Okay, so that's very good. So let's continue on with our discussion about creating a directory. So here, okay, so everybody in your home directory, you should have nothing there. So clear the screen, and let's create a file name or a folder actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do mkdir. MK stands for make directory. Obvious. It's pretty simple and easy and obvious. Okay, and I'm going to give it a name here.
Missing operand is what the message I got. MKDIR. Then try MKDIR hyphen help for more information.
Oh, no. Don't hit enter yet. I didn't hit enter yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. mkdir, then you have to give the name of the directory. So I'm going to give the name of the directory Linux and hit enter. Okay. I didn't get an error. I do ls and I see a directory Linux here.
Yes.
Now let's talk about the color here. The system shows you the directory in color. If it's a file, it doesn't show you in a different color. And let's do our favorite command, ls-l. So you have a detailed information about this directory here. So this directory has a timestamp, August 1st. Okay, and it was created by Zafar. And these are the permissions. And the directory has 2 links. Okay, we'll talk about that
So
further.
is this a directory or is this a folder?
I told you a directory, a folder, a bucket, a container, it's all means same thing. I will be using this interchangeably. Okay?
Okay.
So
I was thinking like folders together will make a directory or something, no?
so here's the thing I'm telling you, directory and folder means same thing. There is no difference between a term, directory, a folder, and then I'm using a plain English here. I'm calling it a bucket also, so that you understand it's like a placeholder, or it holds the files and directories, or a folder or bucket itself. Okay, so here just look at it here. When I say bucket or folder, that means they all mean same thing here. Please don't get confused here. Okay, all right, good. But generally speaking, you would say directory here. Which directory are you in? Okay, good. So now we have this directory here, right? So let's go ahead and create one more directory here, mkdir. uh, it's okay, so I'm going to create a directory name, Unix. No, not Unix, you're going to get confused. I'm going to create Windows. So if I do ls-l here, what should I expect?
Both the directories coming up.
Yeah, I should see 2 directories. I should see Linux. It was created 139, and Windows, it was created on 132, and the timestamp, and all these things here. So what really happened here? Let me annotate. So this part is a command. Okay, this part is a command, and this part is a name of a directory. And this part is the name you created a directory. Okay, so once you hit enter, the directory is created here. And this is the information. So this is the directory name. You just create it, and this is the timestamp. Okay, and this is the owner and the group. This is the size here. I'll come back to that a little later. And this is the owner, and these are the permissions. Okay, and this is the link it has. So this is the name. Okay, timestamp. Okay, and this is the ownership. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, and this part is permissions here.
How do you interpret these permissions?
We have a big chapter for that, so I'm saving it at that moment.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then we repeated this again. So whatever the name you have, we created another directory here. Okay, so this should be a good enough explanation here. Any questions now?
Wow.
Okay, no questions. Very good. I'm gonna let you guys off early here, 10 minutes early. Another 5-10 minutes, we will wrap up. And so here we created a new directory named Linux. Well, you know, mkdir creates a directory, right? So new directory is created, which is Linux. And when you see, this is the output here, and this is the detail about the Linux directory. So one thing you should keep in mind when you're creating a directory or a file, keep everything in lowercase. Okay, nobody cares about keeping it looking it nice, uppercase, lowercase, case sensitivity. Okay, most of the time, almost I would say 99% of the time, everything is in lowercase. Okay, good. So now I think this is a good explanation here. Anything you guys want to add or ask? Let me know. So now, so you could do ls here, right? and you see the directories here. Go ahead and clear the screen. Do ls-l again. And there is another command called tree, tree, just like a tree, and hit enter. So when you have a tree here, it will tell you, now I'm going to have to explain you what this period means. Okay, so
Basically, the view is changing. Previously, it was coming as side by side. Now it is showing one after another. Time wise, I don't know. Sequence wise. First was the Linux, the second was the Windows.
yeah. So the tree commands is, so period means just the period means a present working directory. Here I'll explain you that. In this present working directory, we have a folder called Linux and Windows. So it's showing you in a visual format. Okay, so let me copy this part here. So what is happening here now is, remember we saw this period when we do a hidden file. If you do LSF and L, this is kind of hidden here. Don't like the color. This is a period or a dot. Okay, you see a period here. This means it's a dot. Let me. So a period here means a PWD. What does, I mentioned you guys PWD? What does PWD is?
Present working directories.
Very good. Present working directory. Okay, in present working directory, we have these two directories here, Linux 1 and Linux 2. So Linux 1 and Linux 2, so Linux 1 and Linux 2 are sitting in present working directory, right? So what is our present working directory right now?
Linux and Windows.
No. If you do PWD, what will happen?
Can you repeat the question that you didn't get?
So what
We'll go back to the main page. We enter the home, the garage.
yeah, that's your present working directory. So there would be, for me, my present working directory would be /home/Zafar. So the present working directory is represented with a dot. Okay. So if I do pwd, so these two folders are sitting in Zafar. I said pwd is, so I said pwd period is pwd, right? It's represented with a period. So what is my pwd? My pwd is /home/Zafar. So the folder name Linux and Windows are where are they sitting in? Which bucket they are sitting in? They're sitting in the bucket name Zafar, and the full path of the full address of the bucket is /home/Zafar.
I'm comparing these to the tree and the ls commands. So the difference that I'm noticing is that the period is elaborated in ls, Najam at server 1.
The ls command, you see period in there. Okay, so
No, I don't see, but
the
period
pwd is
elaborated.
yeah. Go ahead.
So the period is elaborated in the ls1, Najam and server 1, right? Is that what the period denotes in here?
Yeah. pwd is present working directory. It is a period and it's in color. Actually, it's in the directory itself. One period is a directory to itself. Okay.
Sure.
So our pwd is, this is our pwd.
Okay, the dot denotes the home thing, right?
Exactly.
If I'm typing ls, so that Najam at server 1, that is just
The content of the directory.
content of the directory. Okay.
So the period directs. Okay, good. Okay, so I think we should stop it here. Yeah. I'm gonna stop it here, and let's see.